Today is brought to you by planetary alignment. Planetary alignment. It's a thing that is happening in the sky, despite the fact that some people seem to think that the one we're on is flat. And now, here's a song. Sing, sing a song. Sing out loud, sing out strong. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing, sing a song. And now here they are, your invenerable host, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Because it said that you could... Hi, everybody. I couldn't hear the applause. I knew it was applauding. I know it. Anyway. Joshua, help me out. How you doing? That's great to hear. It's wild out there right now, isn't it? Trying to hold our heads together in the epistemological waves of questioning our own existence that keep coming up again and again. Feel like you're starting to get it together a little bit, and then life just grabs your spine and rips it out of your back and lets you know that maybe you're not as in charge as you thought. Well, it's one of those kind of days. And it's one of those kind of days here on Smoke and Mirrors. We are having a special kind of show, a different kind of show. If you have not been here with me before, welcome. I will tell you a little bit about what you're seeing here. Michael Rappaport thinks I should go fuck myself. Talib Kweli thinks I'm an asshole who should mind my own business. And I do this. I've been doing this since Pandy, and we're back. To those of you who are here with some regularity, it's wonderful to see you and to be seen by you. It's good to be seen by anybody. We're getting toward the finish line, if not with the actual pandemic, certainly with our patience with it. And that's a pity, because though we do seem to be very done with corona is not at all seeming to be done with us. Well, there you go. Hey, this is a thing that you could support, and I would appreciate your support. It means an awful lot. The names of the people you see running across the bottom of the screen right there, they are the people who support this program and make it possible for me to do this for you. Along with my producer, Tracy Tatamy, we are able to do this 2 days a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Weren't able to come to you this Tuesday. Had some technical difficulties. I'll tell you about them in a second. If you do want to support this, there are some free ways to do that. The freest way of all is simply just go ahead and share it. You could go ahead and like and subscribe there on your YouTube channel. If you are on Facebook, go ahead and just, like on this broadcast and maybe share it on your page. Share it to somebody who you know can't stand me. Share it to Michael Rappaport. He would love to hear it. He'd be confused. If you wanted to drop 5 on it, there's 3 places you could do that. You could do that at the Venmo at Carlos-Wyndham, Cash App $CK Wyndham, PayPal /me.CK Wyndham. Please do not feel obliged. I will not bogart. If you want to be a cool kid, though, and do the thing that is happening right there and get your name on the screen with all these other kids and see it scrolling underneath the face of internationally recognized and renowned DJ Tres Manos, what you do there is you go to the Patreon. That's at Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors. CCB, that's for some comedy. That's for some culture. That's for some blackness. That's what that is. And we are continuing on. Let's see. I am going to have to include you in a thing that is true. Our guest is working very hard to be here and be available, and I'm doing everything I can to help them be available. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. Once we do get on, we're going to be talking about an event coming up in short order, something that they've been part of creating. I am actually working to try and get in touch with them right now, see if we can bring them online. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Uh, did not sleep last night. Did sleep last night, and it was a wonderful deep one. And then I as an old thought it might be a good idea for me to get some exercise in, and it did. And so then I got some sleep today as well. Hey, listen, let me be the first one to encourage you if I am the first one to encourage you. And if I am, I'm sorry. Take a nap, grown-ups. Take a nap. They're delicious. It's about the best thing. One of the best ways to replenish your own fucks cup is to take that nap. Hey, good news! Good news! I was able to find our friend, our guest for today. So we will come on in a second, and it's gonna be super dope. What else? I don't know. Of course, Joshua, you're here. How you doing? Right? All right. Good to see you. Fatima, how you doing? Wonderful to see you as well. I did. Yeah, no, I did. I heard the harrowing story of what happened with AOC. I watched that Insta Live. You watched that? It's insane, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't trust. I think the thing that is being taken out of context when on the Twitters they're now calling her Aosimole after Jesse for that fiasco a couple summers ago, because they're fucked in the head is why. Because brown people, what we know is that if you ever hear white people saying things like "Where are they?" and "Woohoo!" that means that they're looking to lynch somebody. That means there's a hanging party that's gonna happen, and if you don't want to be at it, you gotta get out of the way. Maybe go hide in the bathroom. Hey, I got a record I'm on. It's called "And We Ride," and it's with my band, and my band is called Wallace, and you should buy it. Why? Well, because we're really good. Also, because support your local musicians. Also, because we can't tour. We'd love to tour. We miss you. We can't see you. We'd like to. Hope to soon. When we can, come see us. Come smell us. We smell great. Much of that is my doing. Much of that is my doing. I smell great right now. I'm perfumed and ready for it right now. Hey, I said I was going to be in a conversation today. I've realized the name for the thing that I do here. I don't do interviews. Somebody said I was a good interviewer, and I appreciate that, but it's not. I'm a conversationalist. We just chat. So we're just going to chat. And this is a friend of mine with whom I have not chatted. Before I bring them on, I want to say a thing, though. My friend who I'm about to bring on, have you a second light to put on your face? Because when I bring you on, it's that. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. That'll
Should I
do
turn?
just fine. Are you being secretly quiet on purpose? Oh, you are? Okay, I don't know if we can hear you or not. Go
Should I
back where
turn?
you were before. It was great there. It was great.
Here?
Yeah,
Right
it's
here?
with it's the lights on you, not the
Right
camera
here?
on the. Yeah, there you go. All right. My friend is somebody who I've been working with. I've been had the privilege to be in relationship with professionally, personally, for the better part of the last, I don't know, I'm going to
Five
say at
years?
least 4, maybe 5 years even.
Yep.
And I have had the opportunity to interview their child as one of my first live conversations. And we'll talk about that person. We'll talk about the things that are going on in their lives and in the life of my upcoming guest. Please welcome Kellie Shaw to the show. Come on now, let's do this. Here we go. All right, there's Kellie. What's going on now?
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay, I think everyone else can hear you. I can't. I don't know why. My
I'm
thing is
sorry.
goofing on me. Let me see what I can do here.
Did I break
Uh,
it?
I don't know. I mean, it's nice to see you. This is like a miming show. This whole thing is, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut this part, and it's gonna be just fine. Hey, if our good folks in the booth can have a little looky loo and see what might be happening here,
It
because
might be
I am
on
not
my
hearing
end.
anything. Huh. Uh-oh, I hear Kelbell.
Can you hear me?
I hear you
Can
very
you hear
well.
me?
I do hear
Oh
you
my
well.
God.
You hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, see now I and Tracy's saying you can hear well and everybody can hear well, and now I'm done with this part of the sound check.
I just knew it was on my end because we know I'm technology challenged.
Listen, things happen. What we don't need to share is the complete and utter panic that you or I were in just moments ago. It's
Okay.
not that it's nobody
Yeah.
else's business.
Okay.
Uh, the fact that this particular program happens to work on Skype, which is antiquated, and Zoom won the battle, and I don't know why they haven't kept up. They might as well just get a contract with Zoom like the rest of us have.
Oh my God. How about smart people would do that, right?
Smart people doing smart things. How you doing?
There you go. You know what? I'm gonna be honest.
Be
Okay.
honest,
Today
because I
has
was being
been
honest before too.
hellacious.
Had today been a
Hellacious
motherfucker, ain't
already.
it?
Man,
What's going
man. So
on? What's up
seeing
with
you
you?
is like a bright spot.
Oh, well, that's something that I appreciate and hope is not a light skin slander.
Oh, well. At the same time as I was fighting with, Skype, trying to figure it out, I
Right,
was
right, right.
also fighting with Lyft to get my child home from work.
Oh,
So dual shit going on, and
jeez.
well,
But your child's 17. Why? How come they can't get home?
um, because my child is 17 and still wants to use mom as their Lyft, and I've
Right,
been allowing that to happen.
right.
And when there are days when I can't, then it's on mom to
Yeah,
figure out another way. Yeah, okay.
it's
Don't
amazing. I
remind
was
me.
I was talking this morning. Tracy and I were talking this morning about raising these youngs, and this fear that started hitting me deep in my guts. They are so soft.
Oh my God.
And I'm not
Yeah.
suggesting, listen, this is not some like diatribe of like black people, let's beat our kids bullshit. It's not that at all. I'm
No.
saying they don't know how to open a can. They don't know how to get a bus from a place to another,
Nope.
hither to further. Uh,
I swear it's the electronics because his idea of getting around is getting one of those little green scooters. And if
mm,
there's not one of those, for him to access, he's like, what am I supposed to do?
right.
I'll just call my mom.
See. See, I did that. I did that before when I was young. I did that because I have directional dyslexia, and I would be in places that I had no idea how to get back from. I would just happen so many times in my life. It's embarrassing. One time, I drove from Colorado to Wyoming, trying to go from South to North Boulder. Uh,
I have been to both of those at driving, so that
those are
was
those are
quite
20
the
minutes
feat.
apart. Those are
Yeah,
20 minutes
quite
apart.
the feat.
I drove 2.5 hours.
Quite the feat. Quite the feat. Yes.
Thank you. I'm accomplished. I'm
The
accomplished.
Youngs are like, while I love them because they are extraordinary and they are leaders and accomplished in all of the things, they also are very soft and like parent or person
Yeah.
dependent.
Yeah, there's an interdependence. Let me say it like that, right? Because one of the things that's true about them is that emotionally, they are so far beyond,
Oh God, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So far beyond.
for sure.
Their depth of maturity.
Yep.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there at that age. You know what I mean? Well, hello, Inga. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning, indeed. Morning with a U. That means you're probably not here in
Nope.
the U.S. And good morning to you. Good afternoon to us. And hell, well, let's have a morning smoke. Why don't we do that?
Oh,
Why don't we
I'm
do
so
that?
jealous right now.
Unless it is the morning of just mourning the state of humanity, and you've just come here to watch us fiddle on the deck of the Titanic, in which case, good morning. Wait, why are you jealous? Why are you not smoking? What's going on, Kel?
Oh, because I was trying to get the kid home, and my head gets a little cloudy, so I have to focus. Now, the moment he walks in the door, well, it's on then.
Everyone's home safe. Time to
Everyone's home
relax.
safe, so that means I can do my thing, and I will be today. Cause damn.
Damn. What else been going on today? Was
You know what? Just trying to actually pretend to be a grown up,
Mhm.
whatever that means, and do what I'm supposed to do, which can be challenging when you're working from home for the last year.
Listen, this last week has been crazy. There's an emotional um, threshold, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that the well-behaved kids have now hit as well, and it's dangerous because those of us who've been locked down and doing the thing and whatever, looking for like little like, I gotta get out of here. I can't deal with this.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
So
It's rough.
that's just been my day of trying to, I bullshitted my way through the house. I did some cleaning, I did some working. Yeah, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever.
I really have to say this. Like, I've never been on this end and watching your show and now doing it this way. Damn,
It's just a talk. It's just you and me, Cal. It's coffee. We having
I got
coffee.
you.
We just
I
having
got you. I
coffee.
got you. What
Here's
I
the.
should have done is poured a glass of wine, my favorite red, but
Well, listen. You got time. You got wine around.
yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
All
I,
right.
I want to
Okay.
be able to soak it up.
Okay. All right. All right. I was gonna say go get you some wine. Shit. Yeah. No. It's just talking and just bullshitting. I mean, there's some like, things I definitely want to get to with you. Right. Some of the
Cool.
reasons that we would have had Ian here as well. We can knock that out. At least some part of it real quick.
Cool.
What is this event you have coming up? You got a big event coming up. Tell me about it. Make your
So we
pitch, and then
do.
so you can relax, and then we can just talk. Go ahead.
So my 17-year-old genius has
Super
been
genius.
super genius has been, and he's given me permission. So not that I'm telling anyone his business, has been transitioning for several years. Through that, the two of us have done some, let's say, growth in lots of ways. It hasn't always been easy and smooth, but as a result, now he is ready to tell the world his story, and we are going to conduct a 6-week workshop, 2 hours a day for 6 straight weeks of building community, letting people know each of our perspective about what's it like to be a transparent. It's called transparenting. So, what's it like to be a transparent and hearing both sides of the story and hopefully helping people go, oh, yeah, find some community like, oh, shit, this
Right.
is what I'm going through.
And this is February 10 to March
Starting
17.
February 10th um, for 6 weeks after that. So, what, Wednesday the 10th, 17,
This,
24, and then
yeah.
into March?
Yeah, to March 17th.
Yes.
So now this is weekly?
Weekly.
Okay.
We and we will be doing it via Zoom. So no matter where you are in the world, people can join. And
Right.
yeah,
Excellent.
we have a lot planned. Let's just say that.
All
The
right.
more that, the closer the time gets, I thought he wasn't really involved or into it. And now he's it's super excited and coming up with all the resources
Okay.
for people to use and etc. I'm excited to watch him lead and me to just be there.
Yeah.
So,
So
and help
so
guide.
y'all gonna be doing a lot of it together in unison.
Yes.
Okay. And will
We
there
will
be
be
breakout
doing it
rooms
in
as well?
unison.
Or okay,
Yes, we
break it
will
down.
do in unison. We will start with an introduction, the usual. We will also have breakout spaces, affinity spaces for the youngs. So the youngest person thus far is about 8 years old, 8, 9 years old to have a conversation.
Wow.
Right. A couple of
Wow.
trans adults have, yes,
Damn,
exactly.
Kels.
So have breakout spaces so they can have their own, areas to talk.
Yeah.
And my kiddo Ian will be leading those conversations. They are ready and willing and able to do that. For the adults, I will be having breakout spaces for them to answer any questions, make suggestions. We don't profess to have all the answers. We're not
Yeah.
the experts. We're here to share our experience, and if people can glean some things from that, so be it.
So
So
how did this begin? This is something that Ian had brought to you initially?
yes, yes,
And
actually
what
yes.
happened?
So as you know, Ian has been his life, his life, and living with a mom who, as he says, is an activist, doing all the things,
Yeah.
talking and teaching people, and just simply being around it, seeing what it's like to, and knowing the importance of showing solidarity by speaking up.
Mm-hmm.
He was not ready for a while, but he has been learning and absorbing and doing some of it himself. He finally, about 3 months ago, wanted to have some honest dialogue with me about our experience,
Hmm.
the goods and the bads,
Mm.
and then allowed me to tell him my side.
And what
It's
was that
easy
like?
as that was one of the most enlightening conversations I had in years, but it also was super hard.
How so?
Super hard.
What was the enlightening thing? What had happened? What was going
What
on for
was
you? I mean,
enlightening
and
is
I'm asking right because you raised this person, right?
yes, yeah,
And as parents, you know, and mine is only in their preteens now, and so I have so much more to look forward to. Ge- Being able to know our young, right? Being able to learn from our young and be raised by them is a special skill.
yeah.
So and I've watched you doing a lot of that over the last several years. And so the idea that you would that's
Okay,
all right.
sorry. That means
No,
the
that's
youngest
me.
home.
That's me. That's me. That's me.
No,
They do that every time
dog.
there's a black one around. It's fine.
Okay, keep going.
So as as you began having this conversation because you do know each other so well because you've been so intimate with each other, what were the additional things that you were discovering in that conversation or that you were led to discover?
Okay, so some of the things that I discovered is that, well, first of all, sorry, the
It's
young is
fine.
coming in
It's
the door.
fine.
Um, so some of the things I learned that I can't always learn from a child, first of all, what we deem as children, right? We can always learn from them. Actually listening to hear, listening to understand
Mm,
about what they were thinking and feeling and their perspective matters. And really, he said that to me. They said that to me. I'm sorry that, just having a mom who actually pays attention and listens to me and never criticizes, never, never takes me for granted, and
mm-hmm,
always says that I can learn from
mm-hmm,
them
mm-hmm,
was like, wow, I didn't realize I did all of those things,
hmm.
but that was truly important to them.
Yeah.
That was the first thing. Like, that's not how I was parented. Let's be honest. Neither one of us, I'm sure you had that,
Listen, listen. We've spoken.
yes,
We've
yeah, that
spoken. You
top
know.
down hierarchy that my mom did for my parents, period, did with me,
Mm,
and unlearning that. And this child is the one who forced me into either you're going to get on board or you're not going to have me. You know,
mm,
there would be distance between us. I chose to get on board, listen and learn from them while still speaking my truth. So that was a two-way street for us. That's why I said it was enlightening, because we both had to learn how to listen to the other one
Yeah.
really well.
What was some of the stuff, if you're comfortable talking about it? What were some of the things that you got to share that maybe you had to hold or you've been holding for fear?
Oh, so one of the major things is when they started to transition,
Mm-hmm.
um, I was terrified.
Mm,
Not because of what they were becoming, but I was terrified of what the world was going to say and do to my
mm,
child.
mm, mm.
And to lose control of the illusion of that we can protect them from everything
Or anything.
or anything, right?
Yeah.
Anything and everything. So would love to put on my Superman cape and say, this is who I am. I'm protecting my child.
Yeah.
And he never knew that. He never knew all of the things that I was doing in the background, all the feelings I
Mm,
had. Um, and being able to express that to them
yeah.
in the moment, because they are finally ready to hear that. It's like you said, they're 17 now. They're no
Yeah.
longer 10.
Yeah.
And hearing how I actually felt, and then ask me specific questions like, did you ever have to do this for me? Did you ever have to do that? Or when this happened, what were you thinking and feeling? And actually listening and caring with compassion that
Yeah.
I was going through that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. At
Mm.
17.
17, I know. Like, I would have never had that conversation with my mom. So
I mean, did you ever have that opportunity while she was alive?
I don't think, not a meaningful conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Probably early 30s, finally
Okay.
lost it in one of those explosive puke all your feelings in an angry moment.
Right? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Not knowing how they're going to react, but just saying it and,
This is my
storming off.
truth.
Yes, this is my truth type of thing.
Right.
And I'm sure she never heard a word of it, because, it was her child speaking to her in a way that was quote unquote disrespectful. And that's the only time. So no,
Yeah.
nothing meaningful. And always wanting to make sure my kids have that right
Mm-hmm.
to have meaningful conversation with me, say that, speak their truth, you know. That's hard.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know that listening to your child say some things that you may or may not want to hear in a manner in which we were taught children do not speak to their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah. No, that's a rough one. That's a rough one.
oh, hell yeah,
So,
it is.
how did y'all come up to 6 weeks for the workshop that you're going to be doing?
So I've done other workshops, and some of them are, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and the sweet spot happens to be 6 weeks
Okay.
for some reason. And I don't know why the formula works, but
Okay.
that's the way the formula is. People seem to get it. You can, it's not too much time. It's
Yeah.
not, that type of thing. So that's why we decided to use just the formula that I've been using in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And we're offering opportunity afterward. We'll have like a Facebook group. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
private group, so
Nice.
people can continue the conversation for as long as they need to, and reach out to us if necessary. That's a part of the workshop, the fee that they'll pay. You get continued follow up, access to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Good. And what is that fee so that the people know so they can get
We are
prepared?
we are graciously doing a sliding scale, asking people to pay as they can, from $120 to $600.
Okay.
Realizing that people say $600, oh my God, yeah, you're getting 6 weeks to learn
Yeah.
about your child, your loved one, the person you're caring for, that's supposed to be the most important person in the world to you, right?
Mm.
So yeah, and it's about the wisdom and the lived experience that both my child and I are bringing to the table. Again, we're not
Yeah.
experts, but we know a lot of things that, and feelings, and bringing out the things that people need to hear. So yeah.
Well, I mean, in you're offering vulnerabilities. You're going to be doing emotional labor, right?
Yes,
Um,
for sure.
hopefully with folks who will be doing their own labor, right?
Oh,
Hopefully with folks who will be doing their own labor. Uh, when you were exploring the idea, was there consideration around having a discussion around trans black and brown folk, trans BIPOC situation? And I'm asking that not because there are not trans white people. Clearly, there are. I am asking that because sometimes white learners can take up an extraordinary amount of space, and
Yeah.
I to my mind, for folks to benefit, anybody to be able to absorb the full benefit of what you two would be offering, you're looking for participants who are going to be able to stand and work and learn, right? In deference to the lived experience, to the knowledge, to the wisdom that you bring into the table. So, because that's not where white people are, they're not the Maasai warriors of that.
Nope.
That I just wonder, was there consideration for you as educators, as learners, around, or what was the decision making process that went into that? I'm sure there was consideration. What were the considerations, and then what was the decision making process that led to you to where you are?
So one of the things both of us, both Ian and I both talked about is the fact that while some of the things he learned was I was very alone in my journey with them. Sorry. And I didn't realize that they felt the same way. They had several trans friends around them at the time, but none of color. And that was lonely. So yes, you have some type of community because of this aspect, but then, when you're a black or brown person, BIPOC people, and going through it and no one out there to support you, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And in doing that, we don't want others to we want people to know that, yes, hey, by the way, there are, we all see there are black trans folks out there, but to have personal contact with someone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We both know that the experience of trans is trans, but I'm sorry. Come say hi.
What's happening? Is Ian whispering something? Hey! Hey! That's the co-host with the co-most.
Back.
The co-host with the co-most.
They walked in, they brought my glass of wine.
Hello. I assume today was a bad day.
Yeah, for you as well?
They walked off.
Oh, Ian's already gone?
Yeah, gone.
All right. Okay. Well, wait. When the facilitation happens, they're going to be right there.
Oh, yeah. I'll ask you if I could.
Coming back? They're coming back?
You know what? I don't know what they're doing now. Right now, see, and this is the beauty of being at home, right?
Listen, this is real life. This is how it goes.
Hi. The heart's upside down, but I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. It's wonderful.
And no, you may not take the car. Go away. And there's 17 with the permit always asking, can they have my car?
Yeah, and then Maggie's over here on the chat talking about, hi, Mom. Hi. Yeah, you surrounded. They got you surrounded.
I don't get away from them. Anyway, so we were thinking that, to the conversation that just wanting to make sure BIPOC folks know that they're not alone and actually talking to someone specifically about these things. Also taking in consideration, we both know, like Ian and I both know what it's like to have white people, quite frankly, take up all the damn space and suck the oxygen out of a room.
What?
No, heaven forbid. We have put a stipulation when people are signing up for this class. Like, one of the things is you must believe and be actively involved with Black Lives Matter in some way, like in your life, in whatever, and specifically Black and Indigenous trans lives matter, right?
There you go. Yes.
You need to start from there. Now, to what level you are, that's not what we're judging, but that's where you must start.
Well, I think that's fair, right? I think that's fair because there's got to be some way for there to be declaration of purpose and declaration of space that we can have ourselves, right?
For sure.
For ourselves.
For sure.
And setting boundaries in terms of, you must be this tall to get on this ride.
Wow.
And here talking about your intellect, right?
Yes.
You must be this tall, have had this much experience before you're prepared to jump on this particular ride.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So figuring if people start at least from there, feelings won't get us hurt when we say in the room some certain things and when we do certain things. And if so, you'll know how to handle yourself. Yeah. I will say, with a caveat, that we are going to have guests along the way.
Okay.
We are bringing in white guests that will help catch them when they're in their fields.
There you go.
I've learned over the years that I must have the safety net for them in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that it's not labor that you can be responsible for carrying.
Exactly.
Right? There's not that it is too much water to bear, and for far too long have black women been responsible to carry said water.
For sure.
As we mentioned in our Monica Rambeau episode. So dumb. Well, hey, so how did you initially start doing public facilitation? How did that become part of your life at all?
How did I start doing? You know what? Ironically, I had been doing it before I knew that's what I was doing. I know that sounds dumb, but
it doesn't sound dumb. I mean, that's the thing though, right? That's the difference between, for me, lived experience, right? And the kind of musician, the kind of builder, the kind of creator who is just doing stuff.
Right.
And somebody who maybe goes to theory school and there's going to be an expertise, there's going to be a polish. That's great, right? And if it's both and, even more. But if you're just doing a thing, I mean, that's something. That's something. Yes. So where were you just doing it? What were you doing?
I spent a lot of time when Ian started school. We were very attached. I homeschooled until they were like 6. When they started school, I figured I would get truly involved in their school. I could volunteer and everything. I would see a whole lot of, quite frankly, fuck shit going on and couldn't take it. And at several parent meetings, I finally stood up and started speaking. Like, hey, knock it off. And this is how it should go. And was asked, hey, at the next meeting, could you kind of lead us through some of these things? And honestly, that's how it started, with me publicly doing these things, just being invited to, I'm surrounded by 30 or 40 parents, and sometimes it would be 60 or 70 parents who've shown up for a meeting and things are falling apart. Nobody knew how to wrangle the cats, and I could, just using my voice, right. Lending my wisdom, my knowledge in those spaces. After doing that for 2 or 3 years of grueling work that was often exhausting.
Listen, anybody who has ever either tried to crack the code of a PTA or worked to figure out some kind of way to dismantle said wildly racist structure.
Ooh.
Man, I don't know anybody who's had a good time doing that.
Right. So the pain of that, when I stumbled upon figured I gotta get better at this, because yelling at them was making me feel better sometimes, but not always. And
it can burn you out eventually. It can burn you out eventually for that to be the mode.
It did.
Yeah.
So what I did was I saw a training, ironically, for artful facilitation. And you get why that's so funny.
Oh, there you go.
I took a 3-day training. It happened to be led by 3 white women, which is a whole nother issue. But okay, it started my journey of learning how to do this in a professional manner.
Right.
And just took off from there.
Yeah.
getting the language to what I was already doing, because oftentimes they would put a label on something and call it a certain thing. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what? That
Mm-hmm.
No, I do that. I already
Yeah.
do that. And not the way they were teaching it in an ABC steps type of thing.
Right.
I was just doing it naturally. And about a year after taking several trainings to learn how to facilitate, I realized, well, damn it, I've been doing this all the time and I don't have to do it the way you're telling me to. It's great that you're teaching people those basic skills.
Yeah.
But I'm going to continue to do it my way.
Nice.
So, and that was 6 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Damn. See? See? And 6 years later.
But then 6 years later, I've had the pleasure of meeting some great people while doing it, and now do it on my own for myself.
Now.
So, yes.
Come on now. And I had the privilege of having in attendance to several of the trainings of the engagements that I was able to offer. I've watched them develop over a number of years.
Yep.
Very excited to see what's about to happen here. Are there any like preview secrets we can know about it? All of these awesome offerings that you were talking about, or do folks have to wait until they get up into the program itself?
You know what? I'm going to say
spoilers,
this
as
moment,
it were.
There are no spoilers. I will say this: the biggest spoiler is no surprise that come you will learn, whether you want to or not. You will learn, right? And you will be fully engaged. So that's the only spoiler I have. Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, the thing of it is that, I know I've had the experience of seeing you both work individually. I've seen you working together. I think that folks are in for a real treat. It's very rare to see a parent-child co-facilitate. It's not something that I've had the privilege to see a whole bunch of. I think that the closest that I can begin to articulate for folks who have not had that pleasure is the feeling that you might get listening to Tashi and Bernice Johnson-Reagan in conversation.
Okay.
There's a closeness, there's a proximity, there's a love, there's an affection, and a vulnerability that shines through in the work that you both do. And gotta say that it's got to start at the roots. So you gotta take some credit for that. You gotta take some credit.
Thank you so much. I'm excited because this is the first official time that just the two of us are doing something. And developing it has been amazing working with my child and learning and watching their creative side come out and helping them harness it, where necessary. Like, oh, this is what you want to do.
Yeah. And
this is what you want people to know. And so looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, this is going to be dope. All right, y'all. You know what it is? We want to see you there. We want to see faces in the room. I made a little screen for y'all. Wait, let me see. Is this the right one? Oh, I hope this is right. I labeled everything wrong. This is a mess. Yes, look at that. That's your beautiful face with your beautiful, beautiful child. Y'all, subductionconsulting.com/transparenting. Register now. Register today. This is beginning on when? One more time, Kels?
Next Wednesday, February 10th is our very first class. I hope to see you there.
All right. Please make it. Kellie Shaw, thank you so much for some time.
Thank you.
For spending a little bit of time here. Is this all right? This okay? You feel okay?
This is okay.
You good, right? Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not like, what the fuck?
This is
nothing.
painless.
What the fuck is this? This is nothing. This is barely even a thing. Like, we're just having coffee. It's fine.
There you go.
Whatever.
There you go.
You good?
Good.
All right. I love you. I love you. I'm taking you off the screen, and now I'm still sitting here with the people. Hey, the people. I want you to go. I want you to be a part of this. The genius that you have the opportunity to experience, and I don't use that word lightly. I hate it when people use that word where it does not apply, and where it does, it can sometimes be aggravating because geniuses just be creating at all kind of hours of the night and doing all kind of crazy shit, as does Ian with regularity. And
Yeah.
listen. And so now the containment field that Kellie has tried to offer, that I and Ian's other mentors have tried to offer for safety, is being released. They're about to release it on you. You need to get some of this magic. I'm telling you. Do you know somebody who is raising a trans child, and or more appropriately said, being raised by a trans child? If you do, please forward this to them. Share it with them. Do you know somebody who is a young person who's a friend of a trans child, and not an ally, not some hokey shit? Yeah, virtue signal. No. They're just best friends, and one of them happens to be trans, and then yeah, okay, great. Yeah, tell them, right? Not Tiffany, who's putting it on her college resume. This is not for her. This is for the ones who are in it for real. And I will say this as well. Subduction Consulting. Hey, that's my colleagues. That's my work colleagues. That's Teresa Logan. And in terms of white people who can show empathy and will platform black voices and support in ways that are useful and meaningful, that's a pretty good person right there. That's a pretty goddamn good one. So check it out and put it on the screen one more time, because I'm really, really excited that this is happening. I hope you're going to be a part of it. This is Transparenting. This is Kellie Shaw and Ian Shaw. Ian Shaw, yes, is the last name? Okay, Kellie says yes. I'm not fucking up. Subductionconsulting.com/transparenting. Go there and register and work your way out of your own transphobia, because honestly, that's just not the side of the world you want to be on. That's not where you be. Over here with all of the soy boy cuck softy ones. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. It's in your Bible. Anyway, that's what I got. I don't know. I hope this was useful. I know it was a little maybe more erratic than other shows. As I said at the top, there was some chance that we were just gonna have to freestyle. We like doing that. That's always a good time. Our guest Kellie made it through the door, and I'm here. You're here. Fuck. I hope we're all here on Tuesday as well, because that's the next time I get to spend time with you. We're building some really good things. We're building some sexy things. I can't wait to reveal. I can't say a lot about it yet, but we are some maybe national things that are going to be good. We hope you'll join us for, and we do hope that you will join us here on Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday, I'm gonna. Well, you know what? I'm gonna Joshua. We're gonna have to make a fucking an ad again. Okay? Yeah, I know. I just demonetized it on YouTube because I said the fucking. Yeah. Fuck. All right. Well, anyway, we got to make a runner for the show because Pierre Adeli, stage actor who has been a lead with Tim Robbins' Actors Gang for the past, at least tour, has been in the ensemble for the past decade. And we're going to talk about what the impact is of this fuckery on the life of a stage actor. What it's like for him to not receive thunderous applause. I imagine it's a lot like it is for me. It's horrible. Hurts. And talk about what it's like as we find ourselves transitioning into periods of adult orphanhood on different levels as our parents transition into the ether. That's the nice way to say they die, because they do. But we're going to talk about all that. It's going to be fun. He's fun. He's fun. He's funny. It's going to be more fun than it sounds like, I hope. This has been another Smoke and Mirrors. Thank you so much for spending just a little bit of time with us here today. You know what? If you want to, go over to the IG, the old Instagram there, and you can check us out at the Smoke and Mirrors for the CC and the B. That's for the comedy, the culture, and the blackness. You want to see some of the words that come from a brain hole but don't want to hear them from a mouth hole? Well, you can check them out because my fingers did them and put them into the Twitter hole at Twitter at Caballo Negrito, which translates literally to white people, stay in your place when you go to the workshop. Caballo Negrito, white people, stay in your place when you go to the workshops. Hey, do you have a suggestion, a thought, query about what we do here and what we should do and who else should be a guest and stuff? Well, shit, write it to us at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. Man, I've done this before, I swear to God. Smoke and Mirrors CCB, comedy, culture, and blackness at gmail.com. This is a conversation, I guess. God, I'm gonna figure out what the hell we do. Hosted, produced it. Wow, god damn, all the way to the end once again, and just right there at the finish line. Produced and hosted by myself, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. This is also produced by Tracy Tatamy, and we do hope we will see you back here again next Tuesday. That could be possible if you take care of yourself, take care of each other. Do not go outside. If you do, wear a mask. When you come back inside, wash your hands. Why? Because we love you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.